Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Well, happy Wednesday, everyone, and welcome back, or welcome to, or welcome back, or welcome to, or whatever. I don't know, one of the two. It's one of them. Either you've heard us before or you haven't. Real Film Nerds Podcast. My name is Matt. With me, as always, who I just found out a dirty little secret, Mysterious Mike Talent. So tell us about Nerd Night, Mike.
What? Why is it a dirty secret, man? I didn't. You're making it out to be a big deal, man. It's just where I go and play some games, and some of them are tabletop games. What's wrong with that? Why is it dirty?
I'm just impressed because you've never been like a tabletop gamer, and now you're a tabletop gamer. I mean, I think I've dabbled more in the tabletop games than you have. I mean, you even sent me one of your tabletop games.
Yeah, so that's okay.
So you gave up. You were a quitter, and now you're back.
Well, you know, because I have all the time in the world, I try and take on as many hobbies as I can.
Dude, that sounds like me. Finally, you're seeing the light.
Yes, I am. No, some of my friends like to get together, and so I join them and partake. It's fun.
So, Mike, what is your Dungeons and Dragons character? Is he a Iron Mage?
No, we haven't played D&D in a little bit. What do we play? We played another one, Quest, something Quest. Hero Quest?
Hero Quest?
Does that sound right?
Do you play Zombicide?
Zombicide is the one they were actually just texting about. They said it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
We should play it some more.
I have, so this will show you how nerded out I am. Mike, I bought into the Marvel Zombicide Kickstarter and got everything except for Galactus. And they are in two very large boxes that have never been opened in my living room.
Awesome, dude. I'll have to tell my fellow nerds about such a purchase.
Yeah, tell them you should get the Marvel Zombicide. I'm sure you can pick it up at a gaming store there.
Okay, all right. I'll look for it.
So, okay, all right. Well, I just had to get that out there because Mike blindsided me with that right before we're starting to record. So, anyways, speaking of horror movies and zombies and things like that, that's what we're talking about this week for Real Film Nerds, episode number 376. Mike, why don't you go ahead and break down The Strangers, Chapter 1, a.k.a. We Tried to Make the Strangers Again and Failed.
Okay, well, I think I already know Matt's leanings on this, but here we go. Strangers Chapter 1 was directed by Rennie Harlin. It was written by Brian Bertino, Alan Cohen, and Alan Friedman. And the movie stars Madeline Pesach and Ryan Bowen. And this is about after their car breaks down in Erie small town, a young couple is forced to spend the night in a remote cabin. Panic ensues as they are terrorized by three masked strangers who strike with no mercy and seemingly no motive.
All right, Mike. So I was late to this one, so I missed pretty much the entire thing with their car breaking down, but I had filled in with my ma. So you will hear our podcast later on this week. No, you'll hear it in about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, depends how long Mike and I talk. But you'll hear it later because I recorded it down there. I haven't talked in a few days, so this is good. This is going to be a disaster. But we'll see how it goes. So The Strangers Chapter 1, Mike, as I just prefaced, dude, they tried to remake the original from 2008, and I do not think they did a very good job.
So I kind of wondered if they were going to try and do the exact same thing, and they pretty much did. What I will say is it does seem kind of like a prequel, and that the main protagonists are honing their skills. But I don't know, man. It was just meh.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm most curious about your opinion on this, because this is what you like. This is what you love. Horror movies are your favorite. I still don't understand that shit, why hardcore movie critics love horror movies. I just don't get it, but okay.
I don't know, man. It just appeals to me. But this one was just, I mean, I kind of knew what I was gonna get from it when I watched it. Like before I watched it, I kind of was like, oh well, let's see if it does anything different. And no, it was about the same. They had a lot of kind of foreshadowing. I mean, the first opening scene, Matt, which I guess you missed. There's like a dude running, and they like kind of like running in the forest, and they kind of like slaughter him. So I don't know.
Really?
Oh,
Oh, the
spoilers.
strangers slaughtered him?
Yeah,
Oh.
spoilers, sorry.
Yeah, I totally missed that.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah,
Hold
shit.
on,
My
then.
mom just told me they were driving. She didn't go too much. And
Well-
then she's like, they had lunch, and then come out and their car's broken. That's all my mom told me. That's all I missed.
Well, so yeah, that happened. Anyway. Okay. Well, hold on, Matt. Let me just get to it then. We're just going to flip the script, Matt. What are you drinking?
Jesus, that's fast. Wow, I like this side of you, Michael. Well, I'm not drinking anything fancy. I'm just drinking what I have in the fridge, which is another Shiner Bock.
Oh, awesome, dude. Well, I also am staying the course, and I'm drinking my summer shandy, but it's delightful. It's almost summer. It's still technically spring. So, but I am already ready for summer, and then I think in about the 4th of July, I'll be ready for pumpkins. So,
Wow, you're pushing it back even farther. Last year was August. Now you're going 4th of July for pumpkins. All right.
yeah, well, I mean, they're going to probably be on the shelves in July. I don't know. It seems like they come out earlier and earlier.
Well, I don't get that because you would think it would be when pumpkins are in season. I don't know if pumpkins. Oh, maybe they hold on to them from last year, right?
I think they probably use some sort of canned pumpkins that are from the prior year, because I think there's no way that they'd be able to have the amount that they need to brew early enough to make the early season.
Okay, got it.
That's what I'm thinking. Either that or there's maybe some sort of all year round pumpkin market or something for brewing or beers, or I don't know.
Well, there are places that do all year round growing of stuff. That's how we have lettuce in like the winter and things. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I just didn't think pumpkins were on the list of things to grow year round. I don't know, maybe they are. Who knows?
No, I wouldn't think so either. But I mean, there is pumpkin pie like pretty much year round. So I don't know. But that is most pumpkin pie though is I think canned pumpkin. So
Yeah, it is.
that's a hell of a tangent there, Mike. That we got off onto canned pumpkins. But all right. So
Yeah.
I'm going to steer it back and be like, in the vein of The Strangers Chapter 1, maybe you got it, maybe you don't. Mike, what is this week's just incredible dad joke?
I got dad jokes, I don't think they understand though. Gotta think I'm funny, other people never laugh though. Dad jokes.
All right, Matt. So kind of haunted, horror kind of thing. What did the haunted house... Oh, no, shoot. I messed it up already. Why did the haunted house dislike storms?
Why did the haunted house dislike storms? Because it blew its shutters off?
No, because the rain dampened its spirits.
Oh. Wow. That is definitely a dad joke. Yep. Definitely.
Check.
Okay, Mike, I don't know if you did it or not. I mean, this seems like this might have been a difficult one, but how does The Strangers Chapter 1 relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, Matt, there aren't very many people in this, but there was surprisingly more people in it than I thought there would be in most of the stuff that you didn't see. Matt, where did you join the movie? Were they in the cabin?
They were being dropped off at the cabin by the waitress, I guess.
Yes.
That's where
the
I
waitress.
walked in.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, the one of the people that was at the restaurant, her name was Carol. Her character's name was Carol, and she's played by Janice Ahern. And Janice Ahern was in Guardians of the Galaxy as Meredith's mother. So,
Huh, okay. Well, that works. I mean, you got an actress.
Yeah. Boom. Did it. Like, there's like 5 people. Because the diner, there's actually the one other scene, Matt, when the character goes out on the motorcycle to get food.
Yeah, I went to go get
And-
some hamburgers at the hamburger stand, and there's some people sitting at the table harassing them.
Yeah. So there were more characters in this than, I mean, I would have thought. Like, I guess there's some ancillary characters, but a couple characters.
They're still
So-
in it, and they still can be tied to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
They sure can, and they did. So, with all that, Matt, let me tell you what happens in the beginning. There's a dude running.
Okay.
He's running in the forest. He trips because what do you do in movies when you're running in the forest?
You trip, fall, and die.
You never see any branches and are unable to navigate the forest, obviously.
Of course.
So he trips, he falls. He's injured. He can't get away. The big, what I can only say or think is a large male stranger dude comes up, and then the 2 smaller, likely females, I guess. I mean, they don't really say anything. I mean, they say, like, you hear them talking, so I guess they're females. Anyway, they come, and then, you know, like, you hear, like squishy sounds and, you know, like slaughtery things, but you don't really see anything. You know, it's like it kind of pulls back and goes black, and you hear stuff, and then it's like it cuts to the couple in the car, and then you know they need to get some food or something, and then they stop at the diner.
And they're driving through
And-
the same forest that the dude was running through, I assume?
Yeah. They're somewhere in Oregon, according to the
Oregon.
Yeah, they're in Oregon, and they're on their way to Portland, and the girl has a job interview. That's, I don't know. So anyway, that's pretty much where you missed, Matt. Is they go to this diner, and everybody's creepy at the diner and like just staring at them, and like some little kid tries to get him to join a church or something, and they're like, "Are you a sinner?" And he's like, "Yeah, who isn't?" or something like that. Like, I don't know.
Well, but isn't that from like the first one with the Mormon missionaries and the first one where they roll up on the bodies?
So there, yes, I think on the first one you don't ever hear them say anything. In this one, it was more. It seemed like the town was almost in on the whole thing, but I don't know. It was just like a weird, like, you know, strangers are in the town, like your kind aren't taken, you know, lightly here or whatever. I don't know.
Right. Well, and the original doesn't have smartphones, and this is an Airbnb in this one. I mean, there's lots of things that are similar, like, you know, the shotgun and the shooting of someone that was a mistake, and yeah, it just seems like they tried to remake the original and they failed. It did not. It was too predictable, and it was not as good as the original at all.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it obviously is very predictable. I really have a hard time when they have scenes of like the protagonist like staring at the character and their like back is turned and like they don't turn around or like get any kind of feeling that somebody's watching you. Like, come on. Like,
Well, especially the
dude, I
shower
noticed
scene.
like yeah, dude, I noticed like if a squirrel's watching me. Like, come on. Like, it's just I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't like those scenes. That wasn't very realistic. And then like I'll give it to them. All right, they're running in the forest and the guy trips. Okay, fine, whatever. He trips. It's fine. This is towards the endish, I guess, Matt, when they're kind of loose in the forest.
Yeah, towards the end of the film. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. All right, fine. What I won't give them is like He literally walked away from the truck that had its keys in it.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense, and it was still running. Yeah, they could have
Yeah.
just hopped in and taken off.
Well, he could have taken it and then either drawn them away or really anything. I don't know why he didn't do that. Like, it almost seemed like, there's that Geico commercial, or no, it was Mayhem.
Yeah, that's
Like
Geico.
one of those-
Isn't that Geico?
I don't know. It was one of those
No, or is that
insurance
Progressive?
commercials
I don't remember.
where the guys like where they're like hiding in the shed.
Yeah.
And then they run out and they're like, the car's running. No, but let's run over here. And they're like, yeah, good idea.
Yeah. The car's
It was
running, the
that.
door's open, and the keys. But let's run to the shed where the shed where there's all these chainsaws and looks like a murder house. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that, dude. It was totally that. I was like, dude, was this like a joke on that commercial? Like,
I think you're getting it mixed up with a different one, because I don't think that was a Chaos one. But yeah, it's an insurance commercial, but it's not, the Chaos one or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, no, maybe it wasn't the Mayhem, but it was like the guy who was like the protagonist is like, really? They're just like coming up to me?
he rolls
All
he
right.
rolls his eyes and he's like, "Oh, fine, I'll murder you." Yeah. I know the commercial. Yeah, I've seen it several times. Yeah, they play it around Halloween, I think, mostly.
Yeah, well, duh.
Makes sense.
But I don't know, man. Like, this, it was just, like, it was super predictable. Like, they're, like, going through the house, and, like, I really did think the one person was going to stab him through the floor because they knew they were there.
Oh, yeah, I thought so, too, when they were crawling underneath in the crawl space, yeah. And why would you go
Yeah.
to the crawl space? Just get out of the house and run.
And why would you not look at what you're doing? Like when they were crawling, like, why wouldn't you look and like see
yeah.
where you like why would you put your hand on a nail?
Yeah, that was stupid. That was just ridiculous. That was just like shock factor for sure. You know what,
Yeah.
Mike? The other problem is the redhead never gets naked. There's no nudity in this. How is this a good horror movie without nudity? It's rated R.
Oh yeah. Well, that's true, Matt. I think these new modern horror movies, they don't do that, man. I think that was like an 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s, and 90s thing.
I was really looking forward to it because she's quite attractive. And she's a redhead, Mike.
Yeah. I mean, they could have had stunt boobs.
Yeah. I'm just disappointed. She's not that big of an actress. She could show some boobies or more.
Yeah. Now, Matt, that's taking me back. Remember when Jennifer Aniston was in Leprechaun?
Yes.
She didn't get naked, but did anybody get naked? I don't think anybody got naked in that one, huh? Because it was like more of the kids, and then they were running around from the Leprechaun.
Yeah, I think it was because of what it was. I think it was because of the kids. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, you'll have to rewatch it
Um,
again because, I mean, we already watched it and did it for Harvest Horror Fest. I'm not doing that shit again.
All right. Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like a lot of the modern horror movies don't seem to have any kind of nudity.
Well, Mike, you have your 3 Bs. I talked with Ma Hinshaw about
Yeah.
this and how you have the 3 Bs and everyone else, that makes a good horror movie, right? Is the 3 Bs. This one barely has one of them, doesn't have one at all, and has 3 of the other.
That's true.
So go ahead and
Yeah.
explain, Mike, or do you want me to?
No, we can talk about the 3 Bs. So we're looking for the beast, the blood, and the boobs. And really, we have some beasts.
You got 3 of them.
Or several.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of them. There's not very much blood, I guess right at the end, really.
Yeah.
Just
and it's hardly any. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then, like, what do you think about her living, dude? I mean, spoilers, everybody.
Well,
Like-
okay, so we're going to go there, but, we never see the redhead's boobs, so I just had to make sure to throw that in there, which I'm
yes.
still
Sorry,
very
so-
disappointed in that. I mean, she's cute.
All right,
she's
all
very
right.
cute. But anyways, so I was talking with my buddy Clint, and he said that she was stabbed in the lady parts, and I said, no, I don't think so. Do you remember where she was stabbed, Mike? I thought she was stabbed in the stomach.
I thought it was the stomach. Like, it could have been close to like her baby maker, like the oven.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
But my buddy said no, it was like between her legs, and I'm like, no, I did not see that. I would have noticed that because that would have been, not grotesque, but that would have been really pointed out kind of thing.
yeah, no, I don't think so. I think they were both kind of stabbed in the same place to bleed out in a similar manner. And I think they might have done more to her if the police weren't on the way. Which, that's another thing, man. When she called the police, she's like whispering and wouldn't talk to him. And I'm like, now you won't talk?
Yeah, that was weird.
The only time you won't talk is when you have no one around you, you're in the forest, and you can talk? Got it.
Yeah, that was weird. She knew she thought they were creeping around in the forest. That's why she was trying to be quiet. But she was being loud the whole freaking
Sure.
time.
Yeah, but who cares if they were creeping around in the forest? You wanted the police to come. Like, yeah. Like, and she just kept saying what did she say? Like, she was whispering the rental house or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
Rental house.
Dude,
Yeah, just say Airbnb. Or give the address,
Yeah.
give numbers, give the street name.
Give the
dumbasses.
I think she did eventually, like, this is the Jimmy place or something. And I'm like, why? I don't know, dude. There just seemed to be like, when it comes to realism, it just seemed like there was a comedy of errors.
Where the original was not. The original,
No,
excellent
the
film.
original wasn't. But I think because this is supposed to be a prequel, like I kind of alluded to earlier, I think this is them supposed to be like getting better at it. So that movie that we saw with the old phone is the more advanced movie, and the movie with the smartphones is the least advanced.
But the other one that I have a complaint is the newer film is like not the newer, the original film, they like play games. Like they cut him in the arms, and they cut him here, and they cut him here. In this one, they stab him once, like clearly in like his lung or his heart or enough to create a massive amount of loss of blood, and they stab her in the stomach, and that's it, and they disappear. Just 1 and 1, that's it. Where they sit there and like play games with the original characters, and that was way more horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I did like when they went out to go to the motorcycle, it exploded. I thought that was fucking cool.
Yeah, that was nice. It was predictable, but it
man,
was
dude.
nice.
They had really good timing, I have to say. That was like perfect. For the stranger people, that was awesome. Yeah, the phone number, like the person who got shot and stuff, like it just seems so weird. And like the inhaler thing, I don't know if that would have worked, like the bottle or whatever. I don't know enough about asthma stuff.
It still didn't even really come into play. Like most of the time when they show the inhaler falling on the ground and not being able to get it, it's like his breathing issues, but it just kind of ignored it.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he had too many problems, really.
No. I'm sorry, Mike, but this was not a very good movie.
No, it wasn't too good.
But you know what? Why don't we talk about a good movie instead, Mike?
Let's do that, Matt.
So we got the second half of a giveaway we did a few weeks ago. This is the physical copy of, can you guess, Mike?
I should know, but
From Paramount.
I'm blinking. Dude. I'm blinking.
Okay. Bob Marley, One Love.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
I not only got Blu-rays, I got 4K high definition Blu-rays.
Nice, dude.
How sweet
nice.
is that?
That is very sweet.
Okay, so Mike, what do our listeners need to do to be entered into our contest to win a copy of Bob Marley, One Love, now on 4K, disc and digital?
All right, Matt, I'm going to make this totally random and weird. Give us the 4K resolution.
It's not that weird. That works. I can do it, but I'm not going to because then it would ruin the contest. So, and don't forget, you need to email Mike at realfilmnerds.com. You can email nerds at realfilmnerds.com, but Mike is the one that really wants to hear your answers.
I do. Yeah. Just give us what 4K resolution is. I'll give you a hint. It's not 4,000.
It is not. You are correct, sir. So anyways, there you go. Go ahead, drop that email, send it over to Mike. We'll let you know if you win so we can get your address so we can mail the disc to you. But anyways, let me go ahead and read the business for our friends over at Paramount Pictures. Bring home Bob Marley One Love, now on 4K disc and digital. Celebrate the life and music of an icon who inspired generations through his message of love, peace, and unity. Film critics are calling the perfect movie at the perfect time. And get over 50 minutes of behind-the-scenes footage and deleted scenes. Available at participating retailers. You can buy Bob Marley One Love on 4K disc and digital today. It is rated PG-13, and again, it's from our friends over at Paramount Pictures.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Paramount Pictures, for continuing to support our Real Film Nerds podcast.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty awesome. And we did review this movie, and we did give it a pretty good score. I liked it. I thought it was quite good. Superfan Eric loved it, and he's a huge Bob Marley fan. I think you enjoyed it as well, Mike.
I did enjoy it, dude. I thought it was pretty great. It was fun to see some of a window into some of Bob's life.
So, all right, Mike. Well, let's wrap this up unless you have anything else you want to talk about for Strangers Chapter 1. I mean, do you think people should go see it in the theaters? I don't. I think she should wait and watch it at home if they're going to watch it at all, or just watch the original. It's way better. Basically the same story.
Yeah, I kind of agree, Matt. I think if you are a fan of the first one, like a hardcore, you really liked it, you can go see this in the theater, and you'll probably like this one. I really liked the first one, but this one just was a little bit lacking. It just didn't have that same thing, and I wasn't looking forward to seeing like the exact same scenario, which is this pretty much was the exact same scenario. Like a little bit of little things changed, but mostly the same. And then they updated it for the future, which I get it. Everybody has smartphones and stuff, but I feel like they should have just kind of tried to keep it in the time, because other than the smartphones and maybe the car, you would have been able to do it pretty easy, because like they still had the old truck in it. Like they did some stuff. Like I don't know.
I think they just should have had a completely different story than trying to rehash the original, because it would have just been better. Why repeat something that was already a big success? Because lightning is not going to strike twice on this one. I'm sorry, it just wasn't.
Well, Matt, I think this one is Chapter 1 because there's plans for Chapter 2 and a Chapter 3, and I think they're already greenlit because this one made a bunch of money, and by a bunch of money, I mean it made money. I think it was profitable after the first weekend.
Yeah, it made a profit. Yeah.
So I think we're going to have to, well, I don't know if we have to watch them, but we're going to get 2 more of these, Matt. So we'll have to see what that entails. And then I don't know.
Well, if the lack of movies continues, we'll definitely probably have to go watch them, because we're going to watch, something else this week, but, my mom didn't get that film, so we had to watch this one, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. But, yeah, I'm just trying to see what the box office was on this. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
It grossed worldwide about $33 million.
Yeah. I think it cost like $20 million to make, or maybe less, like 8 or something. It's a horror movie. There's not a lot of people in it. There's not a lot of special effects. It's fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
Couple set pieces.
I'm not seeing a estimate on the budget here, but anyways, okay. So, Mike, how many reels do you give The Strangers Chapter 1?
I'm gonna give The Strangers Chapter 1 2.5 reels, because it's a horror movie and I kind of liked some of the aspects. I was very disappointed with some of the other parts, and it's no the original Strangers, which is like a creepy movie, and I really, really loved.
Well, Mike, you are a very generous person. You have given the highest rating out of me and Ma Hinshaw. I feel like I'm being generous, giving it a 1.5.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, I guess I didn't bring the pain.
Now, if I would have seen some titties, then definitely a 2.
Oh, okay. That's where it's at,
Yep.
huh? Half a reel?
Half a reel for no titties.
So now we know, everybody, we know that if Matt was going to give it 4.5 reels, all you need is some titties, and then it's
Boom,
5.
5. Yep. You have 2 sets of titties, immediate 5.
Okay. All right, Matt. Well, what are we gonna do next week, dude? I think it's gonna be fun. The last one was great, and then the world shut down.
Oh, Mike, what movie is this, pray tell, that you are talking about?
I think it's Bad Boys, Ride or Die.
Yes, sir. It comes out on June 7th. Bad Boys Ride or Die, starring Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Vanessa Hudgens, Alexander Ludwig. I think this will be hopefully fun. We'll see. I mean, do you think there's going to be a joke in there about Will Smith slapping? Do you think like Martin Lawrence is going to slap Will Smith? They have to. It's like expected to have that, right?
I don't know if there is, but that would be really funny. And awesome.
Now, Mike, who directed the other Bad Boys? Wasn't it Michael Bay?
Yeah, well, so all of them except for the last one that we watched, which was so the first 2 were Michael Bay, and then the third one was somebody else, and I don't know if that was the same person who's directing this one.
It is not, from what I can tell.
Okay. But Michael Bay, of course, was involved. I think he's the producer or executive producer for all the movies. So we'll see if we get a Bay Bang style, like a lot of spinny cameras, lots of interesting practical effects, and we'll see.
Yeah, this one has 2 directors, and their most recent or most famous work was as directors of Miss Marvel, the TV show.
Oh, okay.
And they did that in 2022.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not the same guy or person that did the last one. Was great, man. And then literally the world shut down. I remember thinking, why is this movie coming out in January? Well, it was actually really good. And then world shut down.
Yeah, it looks like they're really known for directing a lot of television.
Okay, so they're branching out into film?
I mean, there's a couple movies in here, but a lot of television, like Snowfall, Rebel, Soil, Miss Marvel. Yeah, a lot of TV. So anyways, we'll see. We will see how it goes.
Okay. All right. That sounds good, dude. It does look like they were the directors of Bad Boys for Life.
Well, yeah, they are the directors for Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah,
and I'm
the
getting
new,
it mixed up.
This one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See,
Ride or Die is the new one, and Bad Boys for Life is the old one.
That's what's
or
screwing
the third
me up.
one.
That's what's screwing me up, is because I keep thinking the For Life should be number 4. So they did direct the last one. Got it. Never mind then.
Yeah, they did. They directed the last one. So I think we'll be in for another fun ride of colorful cars and women. Maybe, Matt. Maybe some boobies.
It is rated R, and it's an hour and 55 minutes, so maybe we'll get some boobies.
We'll see. We'll see, Matt.
Immediate half a reel.
All right, I went from 0 to a half. All right.
Well, that's what it is. Half a reel for boobs. Or is it you get a half reel per boob?
Oh.
So then what would it be for Total Recall? 1.5 reels?
That's 1.5 reel boost right there.
Yes, sir.
The old Total Recall, not the new
Yeah, I
one.
haven't seen the new one.
You don't want to. It's terrible. Anyway, with that, everyone, I think we will bid you adieu. And make sure to follow us on socials, Twitter or X, Instagram, and Facebook, Meta, whatever it's called. And yeah, we'll catch you next week for Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now go out and catch a movie.
Welcome, everyone, to Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies, episode 66, The Strangers. Hi, Matt. How are you doing?
Why are you not looking at me?
Well,
You look here. My eyes are here.
no, because my eyes are crap. I got shots in them and I can barely see anything.
Okay, well, fine then. I'm here in person. We're recording using Mr. Matt Santos's equipment, so we're recording in person. Remember, don't nose into the mic. You're breathing into the mic so much. There's so much air.
I'm full
Anyways.
of hot air.
So you got half of the title right. It is The Strangers Chapter 1, because there's already a film from 2008 called The Strangers.
I missed the chapter one. Darn.
The
Sorry.
one. Yes,
Yeah.
the one.
One.
So, all right, Ma, here I am sitting in the beautiful, sprawling metropolis of Sierra Vista, Arizona, sitting in your bedroom talking about a horror movie. And I don't even want to know what kind of horrors happen in this room.
This is horrifying in this room. Well, this movie was horrifying, but not because it was that scary. Sorry to say that, but true.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about The Strangers Chapter 1?
Well, I expected more. Okay, the couple is on, sounds like they're on vacation, I think. And they're driving, I think they were in Oregon or something, and they stopped to eat, get some food or something, and when they came out, their car didn't run, which was kind of fishy to me, and I think they were trying to imply that maybe somebody had fooled with it. I'm not sure. So anyway, then they had to have somewhere to stay, and they said, oh, there's a cabin whoever he is has, and he's not there, so we'll take you over there, and you can stay there. And that's pretty much the start of it, another cabin in the wooded area. But from there, you can predict pretty much all the stuff that happens. Don't you think so, Matt?
Well, I'm just sitting here trying to listen to you talk about a movie, and you're just describing the whole movie. So it's The Strangers,
Yeah.
which we all know who the strangers are. It's this throuple, 2 ladies and 1 man, that murder anonymously and don't really care who they murder or where, and that's the scariest thing of it. This one is nowhere near as good as the original. The original was much, much better. It is based loosely on a true story. Random killings are just terrifying because there's no motive behind it. There's no reason behind it. They just do it. This one was not as gory as the first one. I don't think the story of the couple was as good. I think it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
They call it The Strangers Chapter 1. I don't know if it's supposed to take place before or after the original, but the original was from 2008. We didn't have smartphones then. We didn't have Airbnbs then. This one is supposed to be an Airbnb, so I'm kind of confused on that. I mean, it was extremely predictable. It was boring. I don't think it was a super great movie, and I can't believe they're going to make a sequel to it.
I agree with that. I went to it hoping that it would be really scary because I thought the trailer was a bit scary. And I was looking forward to some jumps. Well, there were about 4 kind of scary jumps, but not that great. But some of it was just almost silly. And then I sit there and I go, now, wait a minute. Why are they crawling under the house? I mean, just stuff that just really didn't make a whole lot of sense. Like the other building they go into and, oh, shocker, there's a full functioning gun in there. That was handy.
Again, I believe that they took that directly from the original because there was a gun in the original, and much like in the original, he shot and killed someone that was collateral damage, I guess. It wasn't one of the murderers. It was actually his friend in the original. It was a random Airbnb guy. But yeah, I mean, the story was just better than the original, and why make another one and try and remake something that was really good in the first place? I don't understand.
That's true. And to me, the actors, I don't know. I think the girl, it didn't make sense when they were supposed to be real quiet and she go, and,
well, you must have missed that scene where she put her hand through a nail.
Oh, I saw her put her hand through the nail.
Well, that's why she was whipping because it hurt like hell.
Hey, she can suck it up. If you're running away from somebody trying to hack you, I mean, I would suck it up and shut up. I don't care if your hand hurts and you have a nail through it. I thought that was ridiculous. But that's just me. Okay.
Jeez, so angry.
I'm vicious.
Are you just angry because she didn't get naked? Because I know I am.
Oh, I'm not at all. I don't care.
Dude, she was a hot little redhead and she didn't even show us the goodies.
No.
I mean, how can you call yourself a horror movie without having goodies?
Well, I didn't realize that. I just now learned that horror movies are supposed to have some nudity, and I did not really think about it.
Well, a good horror movie has nudity in it. Like all the Friday the 13th.
Okay, yeah.
All the, Nightmare on Elm Streets. I mean, you gotta have some tits. It's a rule, Ma.
She flunked.
She did. There's no titties.
Nope.
She looked like she had a nice pair. But do we never get to see the sweater kittens?
No, never. No. So don't go expecting any if you go to this. But I don't know if you want to go to it. But that's
Mom, you need the three. Like Mike will probably talk about this in the podcast, which we haven't recorded yet. So we're ahead of the game here with you because I'm down here in the old SV. But there's the three basics of the horror movies and the three B's. You know what they are?
Blood.
Blood. No, not Boo Boo is not the other one. Boobs. You got two. What's number three?
I don't know.
Beast. So we have our beast, which is the murderers.
Right. Them.
We have a little bit of blood and no boobs.
Not much blood either.
So you got 1 1/3 out of 3. Mm-hmm. So that right there, I mean, that should be your rating for the movie.
It does, yeah. So I bet you it comes out on streaming really fast.
Don't you think? Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah. I was disappointed. I will say that. Even though there were quite a few people there at the movie when I was there. But it was, I don't know, it wasn't that much of a thriller. I thought it would be much better. So if you're going and looking for boobs or lots of blood, forget it.
Do you like horror movies, Ma?
Oh, I do.
Why do you like horror movies? I don't like horror movies.
I don't know. I'm weird.
Well, is it the boobs or is it the blood or is it the beat? Why do you like horror movies? You like being scared?
Well, because I started watching, what's the one that I love the best way back when? Halloween, the first one.
The original Halloween,
okay. Oh my gosh, that scared me so much. And after that, I just sort of got intrigued by the next one. And then I watched, the other Elm Street. And I don't know. I just kind of get fascinated. And I know it's terrible because here's this old grandma going, okay, hack them. Where's the blood? But that's me.
Do you think you're secretly sadistic and a psychopath?
No, no, not at all.
So is Halloween your favorite horror movie then ever?
Oh, that was just super. Yeah.
with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh,
A
absolutely.
very young, hot Jamie Lee Curtis. And I think,
Yes.
doesn't she get naked in that one?
I don't think she does. I don't remember her getting naked. No, I don't think she
You
takes
sure?
the bee. Well, you'll have to Google it, folks.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's boobs on Halloween.
Oh, well, okay.
It might not be Jamie Lee's though, but
Oh,
I'm pretty
no,
sure there's
that's what I'm
boobies.
thinking. It might have been another couple. One of the other couples.
I don't know.
But
what are
anyway,
you doing?
yeah.
You're shaking your hand. You're making noise.
My
if you
hand
wanted to
hurts.
change, well, then change the. Oh hell!
Well, I did. And I'll probably change back, but it's a little tired. I'm old.
I'm not
And
arguing.
I'm on some kind of lidocaine stuff till forever here. So anyway, that's why.
Is that
I'm
why
doing
you're
it.
being so quiet and not funny?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But the one big thing that just got me going in this movie?
No.
The hamburger.
The hamburger. I didn't even see that scene.
Oh, yeah. He goes.
The hamburger afterwards, where he brings it back on the
he
ketchup.
brings the burger back.
Yeah.
And the ketchup. And, that hamburger looks so good. And from that moment on, I wanted a hamburger. But they're eating it, and, well, to spoil it, blood drips on the, ew, that was kind of gross.
Well, it's in the trailers. Like that the whole scene was in the trailers, except for you don't see the hamburger. You just hear her complaining about how messy he is, and you see the blood falling. And
Yeah.
come on, you can
Yeah.
clearly see the difference between the fake blood and
Oh,
the ketchup.
yeah.
There's
you
a
can.
huge difference.
There's a huge difference, absolutely. And you're a ketchup aficionado, too, so.
All right, so why don't you tell the listeners what film we're going to talk about next week?
Bad Boys.
Okay.
But I don't know if there's anything else added to the Bad Boys, but I know it's Bad Boys, something or other.
I believe it's Bad Boys Ride or Die,
Ooh.
which the last one was Bad Boys for Life, and I think they should have made that the title of this one, since this is the fourth one, because you could have used the number 4.
Oh.
Anyways, okay, so next week, Bad Boys Ride or Die comes out in the theaters on June 5th. I'm pretty sure Will Smith will get slapped in the face, or he'll do some slapping. I don't know. We'll find out.
No, we'll find out.
But Mike, see, look at this. I'm calling my mom Mike. That's terrible. Ma, how many cookies do you give The Strangers Chapter 1?
Sorry to tell you guys, you folks, this, but I gave it a 2.
So,
It did not thrill me terribly.
and it took my convincing to get you to drop it down to a 2,
Well,
because you
I
were going to give it
know.
like a 3.5 or something.
Well,
And if you don't like the freaking movie, why give it a good rating?
I didn't, and I kept picking on stuff. Like,
Right. Then why give
why
it a good
did
rating?
he leave her alone in the first place?
Why are your ratings
Why are-
terrible?
I don't know.
Well, you need to be true to yourself and your
Okay.
listeners, Mom. Superfan Eric would not be happy
no.
if you're leading him astray.
Yeah, I don't want to lead him astray. No.
Oh, and by the way, when I saw him the other day at the football game, he said he's still waiting for that T-shirt to show up in the mail.
Oh gosh.
He wants
no.
the T-shirt of you jumping
Oh,
the
no,
jump from Mission
no.
Impossible in your wheelchair.
Oh dear.
He wants it.
Well, then you'll have to have one printed out because there aren't any.
Well, I can't draw. Look at me.
Well, I can't either.
I take pictures.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, we can reenact it. We can go and find that
No.
cliff in Europe and do it and
Oh,
launch you
no.
off of it.
No, thank you. It's bad enough just going down the sidewalk in my wheelchair. It's pretty
It would
scary.
be amazing. Shoot you off into this canyon, and then you open up a parachute and parachute down. Come on.
Oh, well, if I had a parachute, that might be better.
If Tom Cruise can do it, you can do it, right?
No.
I think you know what, that should be your newest career. You're a celebrity radio person now. Let's go turn it around and turn you into the stunt double.
Oh, no. Yeah, right. An arthritic stunt double.
I love it.
It's awful.
I love it.
Oh, well.
What's the God, I'm going to date myself, but you could be a stunt double for Murder, She Wrote.
That I could do. Okay.
Or what's the other one with the old guy? The lawyer
old
old guy.
guy.
Started with an M. Matlock.
Oh yeah, Matlock.
Yeah, you could be a stunt double for Matlock and Murder, She Wrote. I think we found a new career for you.
I'm not. I don't
Or Golden
look like
Girls. You
Matlock.
definitely would be a great stunt double for the Golden Girls.
Oh, that I could do. Yes.
You could fill in for Blanche
Yes. Absolutely. No. Well, maybe
or Rose.
Rose. Definitely. Definitely Rose.
All right. Well, Ma, do you have any more you want to add about The Strangers Chapter 1?
No,
Don't go see this movie. It's
I
not worth
wouldn't
it.
spend money on it. No, I'd wait till it comes out streaming or something because I would not spend money on it. Maybe I'm the only one that would think that, but no.
It's fine. A lot of people went and saw it in the theaters, and it had been out for like 3 weeks when I saw it. So
Okay.
I don't know. Me and my buddy Clint made fun of it the whole time. So
See there? Yeah.
yeah, but we're old men.
Well.
Well, he's really an old man because he gets the discount. I don't even get the discount yet. I tried.
Oh, that's too
They're
bad.
like, just because your hair's gray doesn't mean you get a discount, sir.
Oh, rats. Okay.
So, anyways, all right. Are you good?
Yes, I'm good.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for another rousing episode of Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies. Don't forget to follow her on Twitter because she never will respond back or tweet at all. Just ask superfan Steve Stockmar. He tweeted her and she never tweeted back. So anyways, you can follow her, Graham SV. Oh, that reminds me. I want to change it. I want to change her Twitter handle to Ma Hinshaw. I'm going to do that. They'll probably charge me money.
Oh, don't.
Well, it needs
it
to be
Graham
Ma
Graham
Hinshaw.
SV.
No, that's your brand is Ma Hinshaw.
Oh, foo.
Lisa made that brand. That's your brand now, you
Well,
old bat.
Graham SV is fine.
It's
Don't
not
pay money.
It is not called Graham SV Loses Her Cookies. It's Ma Hinshaw.
Well, that's true.
And what does Lisa call you on the radio? Ma Hinshaw.
Yeah, right. That's
Okay,
true.
so you're going to be Ma Hinshaw.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks again, everyone, for listening. And we will chat with you next week, probably.
Bye.